Welcome to this 2,000 point match play game of frontline warfare between Tyranids and Blood Angels. So today on the channel, a splinter of High Fleet Kraken will be rampaging through these city streets, and the Blood Angels have been sent to overthrow them, to destroy them, to purge the Xenos, and we welcome back to the channel Sleepy Danvers. Say hi, Sleepy Danvers.
Hi, Sleepy Danvers.
From Rapid Fire Wargaming.
That's right.
Rapid Fire Wargaming on YouTube.
Yep, that's it.
Why did you get into this crazy YouTube stuff?
Just feel so inspired by you, Winters.
Thank you so much.
No, we just we started recording a few battle reports, did some for 8th, and have managed to do a couple for 9th now as well after managing to get to see each other again.
How are you finding it, actually doing it and filming it and taking it? Is it easy? Does it come naturally?
It is definitely not easy.
No?
I find playing the game hard enough without having to think about a million other things as well. So if you're the sort of person who likes to comment on rules mistakes on YouTube, then check us out.
Yeah, because I never ever make mistakes ever, except all of those times when I do make mistakes. Who plays a game of 40k without making a mistake?
I literally have never done it.
And then you film it as well, and the filming and the talking and the narration, and then that fills your head.
Yeah.
And then sometimes beer and hobnobs, and it all gets a bit out the window, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally.
But it's good for yeah. So what I wanted to say was the second time you've been here.
Yeah.
First time you're here, Captain Malio.
That's the man. Yeah,
Captain Malio. I remember what happened to him.
Yeah.
He got surrounded and overrun and dragged down.
It was a tragic moment.
It was a tragic moment. And so on this occasion, you put him in black.
He has. He after that tragic day, he got ripped apart really bad by warriors and little tiny gribblies. He then got stitched back together again by the sanguinary priesthood.
Okay.
Over many months. But since then, he's been a bit on edge. A bit sort of like unpredictable and a bit grumpy. And on the eve of this battle, when he knew he was facing his old foe, he finally snapped, and he's been inducted into the Death Company.
So they've stuck him in some black armour.
They have.
This old and venerable captain.
Yeah.
His last hurrah
it's
against the Xenos force that dragged him down this time. But he has been honoured this day. He has been revered this day because Dante, chapter master of the Blood Angels, will be coming to this battle grid and saying goodbye to his friend.
Exactly. It's just to sort of give him the honour he is due.
Yeah. Because you've got to remember, a captain, they've fought on hundreds of different planets, thousands of battlefields.
Today it's a tragedy for the Imperium.
A tragedy for the Imperium, tragedy for your Blood Angels force, and hopefully he can go out with a bang. So we're going to be playing a 2,000 point match play game of frontline warfare. Yes, frontline warfare. We don't know who's deploying on what edge yet, but it's 5 points for a primary objective. You get an extra 5 points if you've got more objectives than your opponent, and an extra 5 points if you have 2 or more. And then secondaries, we've both picked Assassinate, Vital Ground, but you've gone for the Oaths of Moment. I've gone for Engage on All Fronts. We'll explain that as it goes along. But essentially, Vital Ground is the mission objectives which you get at the start of your command phase. If I deployed here, then that one's worth 2, that one's worth 2, that one's worth 3. And as you score the primaries at the start of your command phase, you score Vital Ground at the start of your command phase as well, or end of your command phase in the command phase. So essentially, we're all going to be arguing, getting argy-bargy over these objectives in the centre of the table there. Lots of line of sight blocking terrain down on the edges. These ruins, we're going to count as, ruins are line of sight blocking the whole ruin base. So you can't fire through there. This is a smoke-filled ruin. This is a smoke-filled ruin, so is that one there. So that's not difficult ground, but it's light cover, obscuring, all that sort of stuff. This one's less than 5 inches high, so that won't be. And any rubble pile, we're going to count as, which inside there, it'll count as light cover. But rubble piles outside are going to count as difficult ground. Imagine steel spars and scaffolding being stuck through these things here. So that could potentially slow down the armies as they fight each other across this battle grid. So lots of line of sight blocking terrain. These are sky towers essentially going up into space, which will completely block line of sight. Lots of opportunities for flanking and skirting around. The battle mat is from P-Work Wargames, nice Italian company. These terrain items are also from P-Work Wargames. If you're in the DZTV Discord, if you're a patron, sorry, DZTV patron, we reward our patrons with money off tokens. And there's a money off code for P-Work Wargames for 15%. It is 15% in the thread. And then we have some 3D printed crates from Monkey. Thank you, Monkey. And he painted them for me as well. And the rest is just battlefield debris here, there, and everywhere. This is the new P-Work Wargames mat as well. I actually quite like it. I think it's quite funky. 2,000 points, match play game, fighting over the primaries and the secondaries. Rapid Fire Wargaming. Have I covered everything?
I think so.
Let's have a look at the armies. Right, this is exactly 2,000 points of High Fleet Kraken. It's a battalion, so I've got 12 command points to play with. 12 command points to play with. Kraken rolls 3d6 when they advance and they pick the highest, and they can also fall back and charge. Essentially what I've got here is a Tyrannifex with acid spray, the Hive Guard with impaler cannons, and the Neurothropes over here. Zoanthropes, these are my shooting forces running along here. And they shoot mind bullets. This unit will have Smite and Psychic Scream. This unit will have Smite and the Horror. And when it gets down to 3 in the units, they lose the secondary psychic powers and only know Smite. But their Smite is 24-inch range, and it is 2d3 damage, so long as the unit contains more than 3 models. Again, goes down to 3 models, it's just d3 for the Smite. Essentially, they're a shooting psychic mind bullet unit along with these guys and these guys. That's my shooting stuff. And then punching their way up the table is Kevin, the Swarm Lord, and some Brood Lord with a Brood Lord with a Carnifex. I've gone for Catalyst Smite, Onslaught, Horror, Smite, and the Lure and Smite. They have to take Smite. And this one's got the Resonance Barb, which allows him to cast 2 psychic powers, and he gets +1 to cast. And the Lure is a reroll charge thing, which he can throw out. So the idea is that he zips forward along with the Gene Stealers and has some re-rolling chargy goodness. Kevin, with his Hive Command ability, can also slingshot himself or another unit forward, and with the Lure, some re-rolling chargy goodness. And there should be some glorious first-time charges, depending on how far back Sleepy Danvers deploys. And yeah, and then I've got my Psychic Mind Bullets and Brain Bugs pushing forward. This is essentially a very similar list that I brought along to SN Battle Reports in Gibraltar. But instead of the 2 Ruptured Cannon Tyrannofexes, I've dropped in Kevin and an Acid Spray one and taken out some of the Psychic Might, because I found Ruptured Cannon T-Fexes, they hit on 4s and you need them standing still all the time to fire twice. And as soon as they move, they need some loving. They need something that allows them to move and fire. Or static armies in this edition, in 9th edition in particular, which is about swarming onto objectives, or and where line of sight can be negated by ruins or trees or things like that. You need the ability to move more than ever, I found, in 9th edition. So I'm not sold on the Rupture Cannon goodness. Maybe I should just go with the triple Exocrines. I haven't pulled out my Exocrines in ages. Next time I'll go with the Exocrines, but for now, this is my 2,000 point list of High Fleet Kraken. This is 1997 points worth of Blood Angels, led by Chapter Master Dante, which is an absolutely beautiful conversion here. It's a battalion, but you're already spending command points all over the place. So if you want to talk us through what you've done here.
All right, so start with the big man himself, Commander Dante. He's my warlord.
Yes.
He comes with his own warlord trait from the Codex, which is Speed of the Primarch.
Right.
Which is one of those fight first kind of things.
Nice.
That don't, they're not really fight first, but when everyone else is charged, you get a punt. Yeah, so characters, that's him. He's my warlord. He's chapter master. I don't know what else I need to say.
Yeah.
You can pick a unit in the command phase to get full rerolls.
Yeah.
He gives me an extra command point, which is very
Nice.
nice. He obviously has the captain aura as well, which is good.
Yep.
And over on this side, oh sorry, well we can go here. Like, should we do this? It's sort of thematic.
Yeah.
This is his bodyguard. It's an elite slot, 7 sanguinary guard.
Have they all got fists?
They all have fists.
That's the right choice.
Well, it is good. I mean, they are now a bit more expensive than the other guys, so I think the other guys are actually pretty good as well now.
But they've all got an extra attack now.
I know.
And then with Shock Assault, an extra attack. And then Blood Angels, an extra attack.
I know, it's filth. They're
they are
pretty
scary.
amazing at the moment. And they are now -1 to hitting combat innately.
Yep.
So, yeah, we've lost a few of our good stratagems temporarily because we're in the limbo between our codex and Psychic Awakening and the new codex supplement. So we've lost a few of our strats for manoeuvring and stuff. But these guys now have their innate -1 to hit instead of having to pay for it with CP.
Yeah.
So 7 of them, looking after the big man himself, they get +1 to hit when they are within 6 of the warlord.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is that just Sanguinary Guard or
Just
everyone?
Sanguinary Guard, yeah, it's
So
their rule.
So they got +1 hit within range of him, plus he could give them reroll all hits, plus extra Shock Assault and black. Oh, nice.
I know.
That's quite a tough nugget there.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about tough
chop
nuggets.
save, yeah.
Talking about tough
nuggets. Talking about tough nuggets. Here's Captain Malio. He obviously has Terminator honours being a captain, and they have, as a mark of respect, allowed him to take to the field of battle one last time in a suit of Terminator armour.
Nice.
Even though it's a bit crazy because obviously he's going to get ripped apart. But, he's an important guy. So he is a Terminator captain. They've taken away temporarily, I hope, the rule which allows us to pay CP to make him Death Company.
Right.
So technically, he's not Death Company from a rules point of view.
Okay.
But to recreate some of the sort of fluff around that, I've given him Imperium Sword Warlord trait. So I paid CP for that. So he gets +1 strength and +1 attacks and can reroll charges.
Yeah.
I've also given him a relic, which is the Shield Eternal, which gives him the feel no pain that you would get as Death Company. So
essentially, he's got the Death Company rules, but a different way.
Exactly.
I like what you've done with it. It's a beautiful thing.
And it's a 5-up feel no pain instead of 6-up, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And behind him, when he fell to the Black Rage, he triggered like a few of his battle brothers to go as well. So got 5 Death Company with various weapons. Unfortunately, Games Workshop in their infinite wisdom have stopped us from taking bolt guns and chainswords. So these bolt guns are actually just really big bolt pistols.
Okay.
And then I'm going to count this kind of stabby thing as a power axe probably.
Nice.
And then there's 1 Thunderhammer.
Nice. Okay, so that's nugget number 2.
Yep.
And then nugget number 3.
So nugget number 3 is 8 Tactical Terminators. And they are the bodyguard for Sanguinary High Priest Vitus, who's this guy here. He's modelled in Terminator armour, but that's not a thing. So I've given him a jump pack so he can sort of deep strike.
Yeah.
And he can move 12 inches and stuff with it, which is a bit weird, but my sort of justification is that he can sort of hop about using some sort of cool teleporting thing. I don't know.
Okay. Shunting thing.
Exactly. He's also been given a Warlord trait and a relic. His Warlord trait, he's been upgraded to the Chief Apothecary. Nice. Because, I mean, it's such a good rule. I'm hoping, I want to use it before they sort of nerf it because it seems too good. So he's a Chief Apothecary, and he has the Warlord trait Selfless Healer, which allows him to pick some guy up for free.
Talk to me about why it's too good. Talk to people about why it's too good.
In my opinion, it seems a bit good. Like he can stand behind these Terminators, and every turn he can just bring one back to life and heal 2 units.
Yeah.
And these are 3 points each now, so every time he uses that ability, he's giving me like 30 something points.
Yeah. I think they're 38 points base. He just stands behind them, picks one up a turn.
Yeah.
Every turn. He's got a 6-up shrug to aura.
Exactly.
For everyone within 6 inches of him. And they've got 3 wounds each.
Exactly. He's a Sanguinary Priest as well, which means he has this Blood Chalice ability, which you select a unit within 6, I think. And they count as being in the Assault Doctrine when they're in combat, which is nasty as well. And
Assault Doctrine for Blood Angels gets an extra attack.
It does.
Extra AP.
Yeah.
On Terminators.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Terminators with a 6-up shrug, with an extra attack, with Power Fists, and he can pick them up again. And it's 25 points for the upgrade on that guy.
I think so. I went for the cheaper option, Winters. So I hope that doesn't feel like cheating.
That's
There's two
fine.
options in the book, right? And I can,
Yeah.
I'll go for that.
I think apothecaries are definitely going to be in almost every Space Marine list going forward. I know I've brought them. I can see people with ancients suddenly dropping them and bringing apothecaries.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But soon we're going to see lists with triple apothecaries in, because they're an elite slot, right? They're not.
Weirdly, I think the Sanguinary Priest is an HQ.
Is he?
Yeah, but
okay.
Normal apothecaries are just elite slots, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it a bit. He's a little bit better because he gets this blood chalice thing, but you can't just stick him in an elite slot. He has to be an HQ.
Is that your conversion?
Yeah,
it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
And the Dante conversion and the Captain conversion and everything like that. Thanks, man. It's good.
Is there anything else to say about him? I
don't know. He's just an absolute beast, and he's going to be picking people up.
Yeah, he's a sort of support character kind of guy.
Yeah.
Behind him, the tactical Terminators have a cyclone missile launcher.
Yeah.
It's super expensive, but it looks so cool.
Plus 25 points, and as soon as you move.
Yeah, it's not.
But it is cool.
But then we've got Fury of the First now, so I'm thinking if I use that,
it'll
be
that's
on
true.
threes again.
Fury of the First is cool.
And and then behind them are some intercessors. So I've added 10 intercessors to my army recently. So
intercessors
with fists on the sergeants in both squads and auto bolt rifles.
Because you can do that now.
Yeah.
And the auto bolt rifles are the Assault 3 versions. Yeah. They're AP dash, but of course, as soon as the tactical doctrine kicks in, they're AP -1 for a turn or two.
Yeah.
And then you've got normal tactical squad.
Yeah, who suddenly got twice as good. Or I got an extra wound, which feels...
Double wounds.
I'm still getting used to that, guy, so if I start picking them up prematurely, then let me know, Winters.
It counts. I found it counts. I've seen it kick in a number of times. It's lovely that they just don't disappear now as well.
So then a heavy bolter, flamer, fist on the sarge.
Nice. You've got fists everywhere.
Fists everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. +1 to wound with Blood Angels as well.
Yeah.
And we've got 36 assault cannon shots in the backfield.
Yes.
12 each on the Razorback and a Storm Talon up there.
Absolutely.
Have you got HKs on these things?
I do.
Okay, that's nice.
It's funny, these have all got these three vehicles are all not core now, sorry. So it feels like putting a single shot weapon on these not core units is asking for trouble, but it also looks cool.
But you can move and fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as soon as they moved before, they were hitting on foot. Mind you, this thing can't do strafing run anymore.
No,
so it can't
I
go
did
to get on twos.
Can't have everything.
Okay. But you've got a lot of anti-infantry fire on your vehicles. Your elite slots, your coming forward punchy units are actually the ones that are designed to punch open tanks or rip apart monsters. So, this is the anti-infantry, this is the anti-tank, and normally in most lists it's the other way around. The tanks are the anti-tank and the infantry clear away the infantry. So it's a nice inverted list with some suppression in the backfield and some very aggressive, fast-moving redeployment shenanigans, if need be, troops coming at me with Chapter Master Dante himself. So this is definitely going to be a bloodbath. That leaves you with 10 CP?
Yes, it would be 9, because I forgot to mention actually that I gave him a relic as well.
Okay.
He has Artificer armor, which is to simulate his Terminator armor in the model, because it gives him a 2-up save with a 5-up invuln.
Nice.
So yeah, I'd be 12 down to 9, but then Dante comes in and gives me an extra command point.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's in Terminator armor, because it's Artificer armor. Yeah, I like it. Brilliant stuff. Okay. I like what you've done now. You converted the model and then paid for the thing to make him look like that. And this guy, you've lost the Death Guard thing. Not Death Guard. So much death. Heresy. I do that all the time with Death Company, Death Guard, Death. Yeah, you've lost the, what is it? The
Death Visions of Sanguinius.
That's the one. So you've given him the relics and the things to counteract that and make him back to where he once was. Yeah, I love it. Brilliant. Let's go on to deployment. And we're deployed for this 2,000 point game of frontline warfare, the last charge of Captain Malio, as the Blood Angels have been sent to destroy this splinter of Hive Fleet Kraken. Here's Dante with the Sanguinary Guard. The tactical squad of 10 Marines has combat squad. We've got 5 in this Razorback, 5 in that Razorback. And as you can see, there is a chunk, a nice counterpunch unit here. And of course, the Intercessors very close to that objective. The Death Company are in reserve. And we have the Terminators with the Sanguinary Priest. Sanguinary, How do you say sanguinary?
Sanguinary.
Sanguinary.
I think so.
The sanguinary priest is here. Terminators in cover. 8 Terminators?
Yes.
In cover. They could potentially be getting some smiting, but Terminators in cover are a thing. And remember, the priest can pick up again. I haven't put any of my stuff in reserve. There's a clump in the centre. My warlords, the neurothropes, surrounded by the zoanthropes there. There's Kevin, the swarm lord. And I've actually split the gene stealers up into two, to right and left. I didn't know whether I wanted to overload the right or put them in the centre. So in the end, I've decided to put them right and left for some reason. Don't know why. This guy's fallen over already. So we need to roll off to see who goes first. Oh yeah, I should mention, remember we're trying to score all the primary objectives and the secondary, the vital ground objectives. We're going to be trying to get the middle objectives as well as assassinate each other's characters. The only difference is I'm going to be trying to engage on all fronts, and Sleepy Danvers is going to be trying to complete his Oaths of Moment. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Oaths of Moment is such a narrative thing as well. So basically every turn that you either don't fall back or fail morale, you'll get a point. Every turn you kill a thing, you get a point. It ticks and adds up, and it feels very Space Marine-y to me.
Sure does, yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Have you got dice? Shall we have dice? Shall we see who goes first? After you, sir.
All right.
It's a 5, and I rolled a 5,
Ooh.
So let's do it again. It's a 3, and I've rolled a 4. Tyranids turn 1? I think I have to take first turn. Here we are after the Tyranids movement phase in turn 1. Sometimes I'm a bit surprised by how far they can move, High Fleet Kraken, because you roll 3d6, pick the highest. I think it surprised you too.
It terrified me.
So we're doing lots of jumping forward. I spent a CP on opportunistic advance, so I could double the range at which these unit of Gene Stealers moved. So they moved the full 20, and they can still charge, remember. And then I spent a CP on metabolic overdrive, so my Broodlord could move twice. He can't charge now, but he could move twice. Then we're going to go on to the psychic phase. The idea in the movement phase as well is Kevin has got an ability that you can, in the shooting phase, you can pick a Tyranid unit and they can move again and advance again. So the idea is both of the unit of Gene Stealers should be going this way down to this corner here. I thought about slingshotting them into the Terminators, but there's 8 of them with a 6-up shrug, 6-up feel no pain, and I didn't think the second unit could make its way over there. They were a bit too far away. So throw them this way, do something about this pile here, psychic them, smite them, hit them, and then nom 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 them and eat the juicy goodness on the inside. I need this to be, honestly, Sleepy Danvers, I need this to be fairly overwhelming. I need this to be quite painful, because the amount of punch you've got back there with the Golden Boys, the amount of DACA that you've got back there is a little bit frightening. And this little chocolate box, this little nugget in the centre, plus more tactical troops, plus the Death Company is, yeah, your pushback, if I fail this, is going to be painful. So I need to cause the pain first. So first thing we're going to do is cast Catalyst on the Hive Guard, not on the guys up here, because I know that there's going to be a Storm Talon zipping down to try and kill the Hive Guard. That's what I would try and get rid of. They're my only real long-range, effective, reliable shooting. So I need to put Catalyst on them, and that passes. You don't have any denies, do you?
No psychic at all.
No. Then his second power I can't do. This unit here has got the front unit. This is the one with Psychic Scream and thing. That's got the horror, but he's got horror as well. So this unit is going to smite. It'll hit the Razorback, and that passes. This does 2d3 mortal wounds. Did you want to spend a CP on Armor of Contempt?
I think I do it once I take a wound.
Okay.
So actually, I'll just wait to see if
that's 4 wounds.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
Operation Keep a Razorback Alive.
Okay, spend a CP on 5 up. You can ignore mortal wounds. So
4 of them.
Yes. Well, that worked.
Yeah, that's good.
I halved it.
Yes.
And then they can't do their second power. I'm not going to horrify. I'm going to horrify with 1 minute. Yeah, they can do horrify. I can see the Golden Boys. I need a 6. And I can reroll ones because there is a neurothroat within 6 inches of that squad. So the golden boys are horrified. That's -1 to hit.
Okay.
And then the second squad are going to smite. Again, 24-inch range smite. That passes. And this will be 2d3. And that's 4 mortal wounds again. And you shrug 2 of them again. Nice. Time for Kevin. I need to put onslaught on these guys. Otherwise, they're going to be hitting on 4s. So they're onslaughted. That means they can move and fire their heavy weapon without penalty. And then Kevin, he's not in smite range, but no, he is in smite range. Sorry, this way. That's the way I was thinking about it. So he's going to smite that way. And that's a super smite. And he's going to take D3 mortal wounds himself. So do I want to re-roll that? Nah, let's do this. Let's keep the super smite going. Hopefully this is a fat 6. It's a fat 4, but you shrug them on 6s.
I do. I saw a 6 then, so I was a bit scared for a second. Nah.
No. So one falls, one takes a wound, but I think your sanguinary priest might be able to heal someone very, very quickly. That's Kevin done. And last thing is the Broodlord. The Broodlord, how many smites have I done? 1, 2 smites so far. So he'll smite. And because of the his resonance barb, that's a pass. That does 3 wounds to your Razorback, sir.
Nice.
4 left. 4 left. And then he's going to lure. And that passes. And I've lured the tank, the Razorback. So I'm going to reroll charges. There's on 4 wounds left.
Yep.
And then when we go to start the shooting phase, a Hive Commander ability on that unit of Gene Stealers. So that's 5 plus the 8 is another 13-inch move as they zip up the board. So the Gene Stealers dash forward there. Just explain what you explained to me.
So you horrified the Sanguinary Guard.
I did.
Because they got fists.
Yes.
In combat, they're already -1 to hit.
Right.
So it would not necessarily, in some situations, be that useful, but Dante gives them +1 to hit.
Right.
So it has Escalon, the rule. So it did. It was useful.
Yeah. Because the
otherwise they'd be hitting on 3s.
Yeah, because the -1 to hit, they ignore, essentially. So, okay, so it was useful to horrify them. I didn't even think it through. But the Gene Stealers are there ready to jump on them. They're there ready to jump on the tank. Because it would be an 11-inch charge to the sanguinary, the Golden Boys. So I need to shoot the Golden Boys. I did measure up. I am in range with the Hive Guard. That's why I moved them forward. I would have been in range anyway. But this is the double tap thing that I want to do. But first off, they've got 2 shots each with their Impaler cannons. I'm going to shoot at the Hive Guard. I can shoot out of line of sight.
Nice.
Okay. 3s. Strength 8. I'm winning on 2s. 6 wounds, sir, at AP -2.
So 4s.
Yeah, boy. You make... Wow, that's good. You make 4 of them. It's D3 damage a time. Kills 1. Kills another. They have 2 wounds each, right?
Yep.
Nice. Right, single-minded annihilation. Let's do that again. There's 5 left. I really need to hurt these guys. That's 7 hits. 2s to wound again. That is 5 wounds. 5. 5 up saves -2. 4 up saves, yeah, because they start off with the 2. Yeah. Wow. I'm doing really well with the saves there. And it kills another one. Another one bites the dust. So... only 3 of those bad boys die in the end. That could be painful, but that's the end of my shooting phase. Now we're going to charge. This unit of Gene Stealers is going to attempt to charge the Razorback. Would you like to overwatch?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So yeah, as you said, you spent the points on the Hunter Killer Missile, so it'd be nice if it actually fired it.
Yeah, it's going to be a 6. What's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
it is a 6.
Glorious, glorious.
2s to wound. It does wound, 5 up and run. Wow, one of the Gene Stealers explodes in a puff and explosion. And then we have 12 shots with the assault cannons. And just I see 1. 3s to wound.
Because he's not core anymore, so I can't read it.
No. 2 wounds. Okay, you kill 2 on the way in, and then I charge. And that's an 8. I can re-roll it if I need to. I need a 9. That is a failed charge. Then the second unit of Gene Stealers round here into the Intercessors. This is a 4-inch charge. That's a pass. And we end up here. I've got 14 Gene Stealers that are eligible to fight. I've left them within 6 inches of the Broodlord so that they're hitting on 2s. And because the unit is more than 10, they get 4 attacks each. So many dice we did off camera. 56 attacks hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, and 6s are AP -4. Yeah, I managed to wipe out the squad. So that's the end of my turn. I needed this to be overwhelming. I wanted to make the charge on the Rhino as well, the Razorback as well. And with 2 shots with single-minded annihilation on the Sanguinary Guard, hopefully whittle them down. The plan was there'd hopefully only be Dante left to countercharge some stuff over here. But in the end, I've killed 3 of the Golden Boys.
Yeah.
Just 3. And a squad of Intercessors. That could have been a bit more powerful. However, I have got Catalyst on my Hive Guard, which should keep them safe for another turn. I should have 2 points for engagement on fronts, because 1 in that quarter, 1 in that quarter, and Big Mama's in that quarter. And on the plus side, at least I haven't dashed away from this objective here, so I'm actually scoring 2 objectives. Yeah, I'm on that when it goes to the command phase of turn 2. Yeah, some good saving there.
Good saving, yeah.
And now Dante needs to get angry.
He's going to get furious.
And get a bit furious. The Terminators need to push back. Let's find out what the Blood Angels do in turn 1. Here we are after the Blood Angels movement phase as they respond to the Xenos aggression. The Storm Talon zipping through the sky, almost going full distance there. Retro thrusters burning and the Razorback chugging forward onto that primary objective there. The Terminator stepping forward. The Sanguinary Priest didn't pick up one of those with his combat revival abilities. Instead, the Sanguinary Guard jumped up and over, and the Priest is within 3 inches of that unit, so he picked up one of them instead.
Yeah.
They are precious.
They are, they're so shiny.
There's only about 20 of them in the entire galaxy as well, so you've got to pick them up. So one of these Terminators is still down to 2 wounds. And what was the thing you said about the Blood Chalice ability?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the command phase, the Sanguinary Priest uses the Blood Chalice ability on them, which means that their attacks count as being in the Assault Doctrine.
If they attack, if I charge them, which is nice. Power Fist at AP -4. Plus that extra attack will trigger because you're Blood Angels. So that's if I charge you or if you get into Assault. Otherwise, they're still in the Devastator Doctrine. The Razorback's only on 4 wounds, so the dudes inside have got out. The Razorback has chugged forward a little bit, and everyone's repositioned around this way. It looks like there's going to be a lot of shots and a lot of firepower coming in to the Broodlord, to the Gene Stealers down this flank. It looks like you're going to try and clear away this flank while holding the second. Remember, the Death Company, I got it right, Death Company are still hurtling down on wings of fire. So that's it for all the shenanigans. Now we need to shoot some guns. Remember, the Blood Angels have also taken the Oaths of Moment. If they kill a character, they'll get a point for that. If they don't fall back or fail morale by the end of this battle round, they'll also get a point as well. So the ability to rack up some of the secondary points here. Where are we starting, sir, in the shooting phase?
Well, good question. So I'm going to start with these Intercessors.
Yes.
And they're going to start the job of clearing out these Gene Stealers who are right next to us.
So 15 shots.
Yeah.
Where did Dante put his ability, his reroll everything ability?
Reroll everything on these guys, but he still has the captain's aura of reroll 1s against 6.
Yes,
so
yes.
These will be rerolling 1s.
Okay. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s.
0, no 1s. Wounding on 4s.
Okay. 9 5-up saves. I save a few actually. Only lose 4 Gene Stealers from that Fusillade. Okay, where are we going now?
Over to the Sanguinary Guard.
Yep.
They're Assault 2, so they get 2 shots each.
Okay.
They are -1 to hit because of how horrified they are.
Yes.
They're re-rolling because of Dante.
Yes. I like to think they know no fear, so they're not really horrified. It's just there's noises in their heads and things and pains and migraines and stuff like that. They're like, man. Dante's saying, hold firm, brothers.
This is the first ever time I've had a Chapter Master reroll where I can reroll everything.
Nice.
Without, because we didn't get that until recently. It's kind of cool. Didn't help very much.
What do you mean? In 8th you didn't, Dante?
Yeah, Dante always had the old Chapter Master rule, which was reroll failed hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's just reroll hits.
And they are...
Strength 4 though, and spot guns, right?
Yeah.
Only 3 wounds. What's the difference between Angela spot guns and normal spot guns?
It's AP -1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not 2 damage or anything?
No.
It's just 2 shots AP -1.
Yeah.
Okay. You kill 1.
Okay.
Then we have some more shots from the characters into the Gene Stealers, not killing any. Dante, I made my invulnerable save against Dante's Inferno pistol. Now we're coming across to the Razorback. It's going to pick on the Gene Stealers.
Maybe on the
Broodlord. Yeah? So we're shooting the Broodlord?
Shooting the Broodlord.
Shooting the Broodlord. Yeah. Okay, force to hit. Bzzz. Stitching hot lead. And 3s to wound. Strength 6, toughness 5. 4 wounds?
Yep.
AP -2 right now, but I do have a 5 invulnerable save as he drop dice don't count as he dodges right and left. He dodges really well, and he takes a wound. Right, so the tactical squad are going to unload into the Broodlord as well. Do you want to chuck a grenade or just firing balls?
I think I'm going to try and chip away at him.
Okay.
Not a single
No
thing.
wounds. There's a heavy bolter in there.
See if he can do it. He moves, so force.
2 hits. It'll be forced to wound now. 1 wound, but it will be 2 damage if I fail this 5-up save. I fail the 5-up save. The Broodlord's down to 3 left. Any more shots in that tactical squad?
No, that's it.
Okay. Okay, so you haven't killed enough here. You'd have liked to divert some firepower from the Terminators downstream.
Yeah, either to try and clear those Gribblies off that objective.
Yeah.
Or to hit something big.
But not enough of the nom 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 has died. So you're spending a CP on Fury of the First.
I am.
So they've got +1 to hit. And they're going to fire all their guns into this squad of Gene Stealers here. Starting off with the Cyclone Missile Launcher, which is going to do the frag version. Now, because the unit's more than 10, this is 12 shots.
Nice.
12 shots.
12 shots. He moved those, so it is hitting on 3s instead of 2s.
Yes.
But it is a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
Not that it matters against you.
3s to hit. And strength 4 versus toughness 4. So that's 4 wounds, 4 5-up saves. 3 of them die. And then the Stormbolts come in on 2s. And 4s. 7 more 5-up saves. Wow. So only 4 died in total from the Fury of the First. Sleepy Danvers, because you're measuring to shoot Kevin. I just suddenly remembered he did a Perils. He should take D3 wounds. Kevin takes a wound. He's got 11 left. We've got to mark it up. Right, now we're on to Razorback. You've done many measuring in and Aren. Where are we going with the Razorback?
Into the Gribblies.
Okay, Razorback into Gribbly, Hunt the Killer into Hiveguard.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, all right then.
Assault cannons.
Yes, 3s to hit. Oh, wow.
He's furious.
Yes, 2s to kill the Gribblies, in fact. Strength 6 versus toughness 3.
11.
Wow. And it looks like this. Then a missile into the Hiveguard.
Ooh,
It hits. Strength 8. 10, sorry. That is a wound at AP -3 because the Devastator Doctrine is in effect. I don't get a save. It's D6 damage. 2 damage. They have 3 wounds each.
I will CP reroll.
6 damage. Perfect use of a CP reroll there. But they have Catalyst. And one of them dies anyway. So that makes the job easy for the Storm Talon. The Assault Cannons are going to go into the little Gribblies, hopefully clear them off this objective here. And we've got Las Cannons hitting the Hive Guard. Here's the Las Cannons. Bang, bang. Both hit. Winning on 2s. Both wound. No save for me. And we have 3 damage and 5 damage. So on the 3 damage, he's on 1 wound left, 2 wounds left. And then the 5 damage, you kill 1 just though. Look at that. Just kill 1. Now we have 12 assault cannon shots into the little dudes. There's 7 to get through here to clear him off this objective. This is big.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be shown up by his Razorback brother. So
yeah. Oh, I think he might be shown up by his Razorback brother. That was only 5 hits. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. But it is 2s to remove them. Did you get all 5?
Yeah.
You get all 5. That means there will be 2 left on that objective. They will be fearless as well because brain bugs are synapse. I think that's the end of your shooting phase.
I think so.
And here we are after the charge phase. Now, the Broodlord should have been dead. And you need him dead. So the Tactical Marines have gone into the Broodlord.
Yeah.
Sanguinary Guard and the Intercessors have assaulted the unit of Gene Stealers there, as well as Dante, because it's 5 inches vertically, 1 inches horizontally. The reason why you've dumped them up there is because your re-roll hit rolls of 1 aura now covers every single person around you. Plus 1 inch to charging for Blood Angels as well. So where would you like to start? At the start of the fight phase, I'm going to spend the CP on Caustic Blood on my Gene Stealers.
Very nice. So I'm going to have to start here, because if not, you'll interrupt and just slay them.
Yeah, that would happen.
So it means that you might interrupt and slay these guys. My thinking is, if I do manage to kill him, it's a bit of a long shot. If I do kill him, then at least you're hitting on 3s instead of 2s.
It's not a good place, is it? Either I'm going to hit you, interrupt with a Broodlord, or interrupt with Gene Stealers. So,
yeah.
So starting with the tactical squad.
Yeah, why not? Come on, brothers. For Sanguinius.
3s to hit. Rerolling the 1s. That's why you jumped them up there. That's pretty good. 10 hits. This is the tricky part now. 5s to wound, which is 4s to wound because you're a Blood Angel. 6 wounds. AP dash. So I need 6 4-up saves. And I've got 3 wounds left. And even if I command point reroll that, the Broodlord would die. And so the fearless tactical squad step out of the Razorback, shoot down, and then charge the Broodlord, dragging it down. But before I remove him, I'm spending 2 CP on Death Frenzy. He's going to get very angry and try and rip them apart. On 2s. And I roll 3 once. 3s to wound, re-rolling all failed wounds. Now, 6s are AP -6, 3 damage. These are AP -3. So 2 6-up saves. Oh, you make one of them, and it does D3 damage. So I only take out 2 tactical marines. And then I'm spending another 2 CP to interrupt with the Gene Stealers. So here we are after piling in. I've spent 5 CP, you know. 2 to interrupt, 1 for the blood, 2 for the thing. 5 CP in this fight phase, but this is what Tyranids do. I'm going to put 4 on the red dudes, 4 on the golden dudes, 2 on Dante. Here's the red dudes.
Okay.
3s to hit. Got to share the love. And then I just counted and realised there's more than 10, so I get an extra attack each. So those are the extra attacks on the red dudes, because I've got 4 attacks each instead of 3. 4s to wound. 6s are AP -4. And then those are AP -1 with rending claws. So 3 4-up saves.
Okay.
Oh. And those are -4, so that's 5 wounds in total on the guys in red.
Okay, so I can do my Feel No Pains.
Oh yeah, because of the dude. Yeah. I like it on 6s.
Nothing.
Negative. So removing from there and there, that's fine. When you do a coherency check, you'd have to remove that guy. But there's going to be a piling in, so he'll get back into coherency before we go to the coherency check in the morale phase. Right, the 4 dudes hitting the golden boys. These are on 4s because of the masks.
Yep.
Because they're all shiny and chrome. So 4s to hit. Come on, Dice Gods. 4s to wound them. I need the 6s. There's some... Oh, that's really good.
Yikes.
You're going to get a 6-up save on them anyway, right? And -4. And those are 7 -1. They have a 2-up save, right?
I'll take the tough ones first.
Okay, right.
Some 6s.
6s?
Nope.
No, okay.
1 dead.
Yeah.
And then 7, did you say?
7 3-ups. This could be painful.
Could be very painful.
Could be very painful.
A bit painful.
That's a little bit painful. Are you in range of the priest?
I am not.
Oh dear.
No.
Now Dante. Now we're hitting Dante on 4s. He's got the -1 thing as well. That was 4 hits. And 2 wounds at -1.
So 3-ups.
He can take it. Of course he can take it. Right, Blood Angels strike back. We're starting with the Intercessors. This is where they are after they piled in. Sergeant's fighting first with his fist.
Yeah, fist.
So he hits twice.
Yeah.
Because it's a fist. Wounding on 2s. He wounds twice. I make both of the saves miraculously enough. And then the other guys are within half inch of half inch of half inch. So they get to hit. They hit on 3s. They reroll the 1s. And they wound on 3s. So 2 hits there. And another wound. And I fail the save. And on a 6, nothing. That would have been acid splashing back from my caustic blood. Next, Dante. 6 attacks plus shock assault. 7 attacks. 2s to hit. And 2s to wound because he's a blood angel. He wounds 6 times. AP minus gazillion, many damage. But I just need 5 up invulnerable saves as I dodge right. and dodge left, and he takes out 4 of them, and on 6s, Dante will suffer a mortal wound. Dante suffers 1 mortal wound as armor splashes acid, and he goes, oh no, no. He doesn't make that noise.
He goes, oh, in a manly way.
And now the Sanguinary Guard, 12 attacks in total, hitting on 4s because of the horror thing, but re-rolling everything. Still a few missed. 2s to wound though. Power Fist, smushing Gene Stealers. 4?
5.
5. 5 wounds. 5. 5 up in vulnerable saves. 2 Gene Stealers get brought low on 6s. No 6s because 1 was on a wound.
Yeah, that would be nasty.
That's the end of that fight phase. That's the end of the fight phase. The Brood Lord gets dragged down. The Gene Stealers get whittled down to only 4 models left. They're definitely out of Synapse range now. So I need a 1. I don't get a 1, so 1 flees, leaving 3 left.
Yep.
So 3 left there. And then 1s and 2s means they flee. There's 1 Gene Stealer left. Then no morale to take for the Blood Angels. These guys are in Synapse. The little guys are down in Synapse here, so we are fearless across the board. And the Blood Angels have 5 points at the end of turn 1. They've killed a character for Assassinate. That's also an Oath. That's 4 points. And they haven't fallen back or failed a morale test. So it's 5 points to 2 in favour of the Blood Angels. I'm on a couple of objectives. They're on a couple of objectives. There's still some Death Guard hurtling down through the skies.
Company.
Death Company. Death Company. My forward punch wasn't great, but then your response, I think, should have been a lot more powerful as well. When I did manage to take out a couple of your guys in your turn with the assault. But that's all I've got of my forward punchy aggressive bit. Those Gene Stealers there. And Kevin. And the power of Kevin is, he's powerful. He's a powerful dude. As we go on to Tyranids. Turn 2. Right, before I move in the command phase, 10 points for the primaries and an extra 2 points for vital ground over there, getting me 12 points. Now let's move some bugs. So the Hive Mind, spring forward one more time. The Gene Stealer's going downtown. Now there's an objective that you're on, but if I go charging in there and potentially kill the tactical squad and the apothecary, the sanguinary priest, I'll have that objective, but I don't even need to kill them. I can overwhelm you, outnumber you on that objective, take that one away from you, and then you're only going to be on 1 objective for your primary. So it's a points game. So the Gene Stealers are going that way, and Kevin has the Hive Commander ability, which he can put on himself. And I've come round this way. If I'd have gone round that way, then there would have been a barricade between me and your Terminators with Kevin. And you'd have had a +1 to your armor save, so a 4-up save. If he comes round this way, they've only got their 5-up save, and his bone swords are -3, 3 damage each. Each failed save will kill a Terminator. And they're out of the 6-inch bubble range of your...
Yeah, I think it's 3, the Northeastern.
Yeah. So we're going to go that way round and try and kill some Terminators. So pressure on the Terminators there. There is a tactical squad that can come onto this objective and deny me, so they need to die. So I've moved my bugs out of cover down here to try and take on the tactical squad, which leaves the Sanguinary Guard and Dante. So the plan is to shoot them with the Hive Guard. I'm keeping this guy back over here. He was the one going close combat with Dante. He's run round there, tactically repositioning. It's not cowardice. The Hive Mind has said, investigate those crates. There's some hot dogs in there. And I'm thinking about engage on all fronts. I'm in 3 table quarters again. That's what I'm thinking of doing. There's a plan to that. So we're going to start off the psychic phase. The idea, first of all, is to horrify the Terminators, because they will punch back against Kevin. And I need a 6, and that passes. And then he's going to smite. And I think we measured up, and it's going to hit the guard, the Sanguinary Guard. And that passes on the Sanguinary Guard. And they take 3 mortal wounds, and 1 was already down.
Yikes.
To 1 wound. Right. Now we're going to go on to my Neurothrope, my brain bug. I want to put Catalyst on the unit of Gene Stealers because they're very exposed right now. And that passes. So they have a 5-up shrug. And then I'm going to smite. It'll hit this guy here. And that hits the tactical. I needed a 6. That passes. Hits the tactical squad and kills 1.5 of them. The squad in front have got the horror and smite. The squad behind have got psychic scream and smite. So let's smite. And that fails. Reroll the 1. And it was a 5, 6, 7. That's now a pass. 2d3 damage for 5 damage. That's the end of the tactical squad. And oh no, they've got horror and he's already horrored. He horrored your Terminators.
Yeah.
So they can't do their second power. So they're horrored. Smitten. We did some smiting. Right, onto this squad here. They might. 1 minute. Let's measure. Yes, this squad here are going to be hitting the Razorback. Let's Psychic Scream it. That passes. And what? I don't know why I'm rolling 2 for. It does 3 mortal wounds to the Razorback. And then we smite. And that fails. Reroll that. That passes. It's 2d3. That's the end of the Razorback. Don't blow up. I don't want to lose that little Gene Stealer there. And I get rid of the Razorback. So that should keep this objective relatively safe. I've catalysted up the Gene Stealers. I've horrified the Terminators. And then at the start of the shooting phase, I'm going to do Hive Commander ability on Kevin and move him another 9 inches forward. Which is 7 inches because I went over the runnable pile, but we're coming for you. We're behind you. Now we just need to shoot a lot of guns. I'm going to start off with the Tyrannofex with Acid Spray. He stays still this turn. So I'm going to shoot up at the flyer with all the guns.
Yikes.
And I'm spending 2 CP on Pathogenic Slime, which means its damage is improved by 1. Stinger Salvo is 4 shots, stayed still, so 8 shots, hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Strength 5. It wounds at AP -1 on the flyer. It will do 2 damage if you fail the save. You don't fail the save. And then the Acid Spray should be 2d6 but 4d6 because it stays still. Number of auto hits spraying up into the sky. It's zipped across the battlefield and this thing went and it went through this line of acid. 4. That number of auto hits. Strength 7 versus toughness 6. 4's to wound. 3's to wound. 10 wounds at -1, sir.
All the 4s coming up?
Is that only 4?
It's only 4 though. Yeah.
Right, it's D3 plus 1 every time. I've got 10 to get through, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 1, 2. What's that? That's 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There, that's enough. I take it out. I take it out.
I really want to blow up. Get your Griblies.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
It doesn't blow up. So it flew through the sky, smashed las cannons into the High Guard, shot at the Griblies, but as it did so, trailed off into the distance. And now we're on to the Hive Guard. Let's take out the Sanguinary Guard. It's 8 shots. Is this overkill? This is overkill. I'm going to put 6 shots into the Sanguinary Guard and 2 into the Intercessors just to soften them up. Here's the 6 shots into the Sanguinary Guard, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. That's 4 wounds at -2, sir. On the Golden Boy.
So pause.
Oh dear.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. And 2 shots into the Intercessor, both hit. 2s to wound.
What's the strength on that?
Strength 8.
Sorry, I would probably have. What's the word?
Spent a CP on something.
Transhuman.
Yeah, on the Intercessors.
Yeah.
I only wound 1 then.
I thought I was thinking about it, and I was trying not to look at what you rolled.
Yeah, I wound 1. So
Oops.
he makes a save. You're fine. Everything's fine. I got 3 CP. It's 2 CP for single-minded annihilation.
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
What's Dante doing up there, mate?
Just hanging out in the wind.
Is he -1 to hit if I shoot him?
He is. Yes, he is.
If I shoot him?
Yeah.
Because he's that shiny.
He's that shiny. The normal Sanguinary Guard, it's only in the fight phase, but Dante is extremely shiny.
But these do D3 damage. And he's shiny.
He's shiny.
And he's there.
He's right there.
It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've got to shoot him. Pause to hit. I hit you 6 times. Strength 8. Toughness Dante?
Yeah.
2s?
Space Marine, yeah.
I'm sorry about this. He might be okay.
Nah.
Okay. 5, 4 up. Iron Halo saves. D3 damage a time. Dante, Chapter Master of the Blood Angels.
Here we go. Here we go.
Is he a boss?
Yeah. Oh no.
He fails 3 times. Command point.
It's D3, is it?
It's D3 each time. How many's he got left?
Did it?
He did it. So he's got 6 wounds left.
He's got 5 actually because he took 1 and he's only got 6.
Has he?
Yeah.
And this is 2D3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to build the tension here.
This is why I'm feeling tense.
He takes 4 wounds. He's got 1 wound left. He's down at 1. I'm not re-rolling the damage because I really need to keep the 1 CP for Voracious Appetite. Unless Kevin automatically re-rolls wounds. No, he doesn't. I need him to kill some Terminators or really hurt them. Okay, so that's the end of the shooting phase. That was pretty successful. Razorback gone, Tactical Squad gone, Sanguinary Guard gone. I'm now going to charge with the Gene Stealers into your Apoth and your Intercessors. Any Overwatch, sir? Or are you going to wait for the Terminators?
Yeah, that's probably a better move, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just leave it as it is.
Gene Stealers, moving 6. The Gene Stealers jump forwards. Now we're going on to Kevin. You are spending the CP on overwatching. We've got lots of Stormbolters coming in hot. The Tactical Doctrine is in fact as well, which makes things interesting. 6 is that 2?
3.
3, 5's to wound. Oh, you get a wound. I get a 4-up save because of the Tactical Doctrine. Nope, but there is 2 missiles. This is the thing I'm a bit worried about.
Double 6s, don't worry.
Double 6s coming up. No, okay. And then Kevin charges. And he goes 7. So Kevin makes it into combat. I'm going to start with him because Terminators can do a lot of damage back. And the Gene Stealers have Catalyst on. So they're probably okay. Kevin at full capacity, well, he's lost a wound. He has 6 attacks. 6 attacks with his Bone Sabers. He hits on 2s. I've spent a CP on, that's really cocked. I've spent a CP on Voracious Appetite because he's currently strength 8, so he wounds on 2s. But Voracious Appetite allows him to reroll failed wounds. That counts. Those don't. Like those ones. So that's 5 wounds at AP -3. 3 damage each time.
Come on, for the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
Just 1.
4 Terminators get taken out. And then he lashes out with his Prehensile Tail, which hits and doesn't wound. And he can re-roll the wound on that. It does wound, but you get full armor save on the tail.
Oop. Drop dice.
Yep. Okay. So he took out 4. Right, then it looks like this. We are paying to interrupt with the Blood Angels over here, because while a Gene Stealer blob counts as 10 or more models, they get an extra attack. There's 10 right now, so you want to reduce the number of attacks coming in.
Exactly.
Hit back with the Tactical Marines.
Yeah, this is the Intercessors.
Intercessors, yeah.
This is the standard guys with their fists or knives or whatever.
3's to hit.
Yep. It's within 6 of this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 3's to wound because you're Blood Angels. They wound 4 times. 5-up invulnerable saves and 5-up catalyst. You haven't taken any out so far.
Nice.
Now the fist. 4s. 1 hit. 2s. Wounds. 5-up. No. 2 damage, right?
Yep.
2 damage now. 2 catalyst saves. Ooh, you just take 1 down, which does reduce the number of attacks coming back. Right, what I'm going to do is, I've got Assassinate. I need to kill him, I think.
Yep.
Plus, he can just go over there and start picking up Terminators and things. Yeah, so this boy needs to die with his armor and Dominus. These guys are in range of him. So that's 6 times 3, 18 attacks. Which hit on 3s, 4s. So those are 5-ups because the armor and Dominus.
It's Artificer armor.
All right, okay. All right, and then these are -1. So 5 at -1. So these are 3-ups. And then he can shrug.
Yeah, so he shrugs on 6s.
Yes. 4 wounds. I think apothecaries start with 4 unless a chief one gets an extra 1.
I'll double check.
Right, so he's got 4 wounds. Sleepy Danvers, he had 5 wounds. So he thought he was alive anyway. If he knew he had 4 wounds, it'd have re-rolled one of those 3-up saves. So I'm allowing him to re-roll one of those 3-up saves.
You are a gentleman, sir.
It's a friendly game.
If the dice gods are, the dice gods are worth anything, I'll fail it anyway. So
let's see what they say. No, he survives on 1 wound left, hanging in there by the skin of his teeth. But meanwhile, these 9 dudes attack these 3 intercessors here on 3s. That wasn't so good. But that is very good. That's a 4-up save on that dice.
Yep.
Which you fail, and then those go straight through. So you need 4 6-up shrugs, mate. Which you make one of them.
Means I keep one. I think he's on 1 wound, so that kills 1.
Yeah.
And that kills another, and then the other one is. Oops, yeah.
Sergeant's there. The main thing I'm trying to do here, to be fair, is stop you scoring that objective, which I've done.
Exactly.
So I'm happy with that. He's a bonus. Anyone dying here is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, we're on to the first company. Okay. They can now fight back.
They'll shuffle in a bit.
Right, with power fists, they're hitting on 4s. I horrified them on purpose. The reason for horrifying them on purpose is because if you spend a CP on Fury the First, they're still hitting on 4s. So this way, there's no point in spending the CP. So why did I even bother to horrify you? I don't know.
Well, like my Sarge could be a bit killier if I do Fury the First.
With his sword?
Yeah.
He could be.
Yeah. So maybe I'll spend what I've got, and everything's going a bit awry. So if I do that, then it might be a bit more.
Okay, 4 attacks on your Sergeant then. He's got his power sword. He raises it high. He slams in on 3s because of 2 back to 2s because of 1 minute. It's 3s to 4s to 3s.
Yeah, to 3s. So don't actually help.
4s to wound because you're a blood angel. Nothing. Okay. So 6 attacks with the fists. These are on 4s. And 4 of them hit. They find their mark. 2s to wound. This could be painful. Hang in there, Kevin. You can do it. 3 get through, which will be 6 damage. But he's got an ability called Blade Parry. He increases invulnerable save by 1 in close combat. So his 4-up becomes a 3-up in close combat. But he still takes 4 wounds. So he's down to 7 left. And that's the end of the fights. Now we have morale on the Terminators. I killed 4.
4, so yeah.
I think on a 6 you fail. Because their leadership 9. So you're fine.
Phew.
They managed to hold. And interestingly enough, that is the end of my turn 2. I haven't assassinated anyone. I didn't kill the apothecary or the chapter master. But I am actually in 4 table quarters. He's in this one. Kevin's in that one. I've got the little dude behind there in that one. And these guys in that one. So that is 3 points for engage on all fronts, which is quite nice. I am on 3 objectives as well. And interestingly enough, you've got these 3 models here. 3 Terminators there. And a Razorback with the tactical squad in it.
Yeah. Some Death Company.
And some Death Company, yeah. That was a very, very painful turn. I don't know what happened there. I was horrified of your list at the start of this game. But for some reason, that was a good turn. At the start of Blood Angels turn 2, in the command phase, they'll get 5 points for the primary and an extra 2 points for vital ground. Okay, here we are after the Blood Angels movement phase. Sleepy Danvers. That took a long time.
It was a long one.
Now, I'm beginning to see the power of a chief apothecary. Because Dante hopped over and down. And with a chief apothecary, his revival thing is you put auto 3 wounds rather than D3.
That's right.
On auto 3 wounds on Dante. And 3 wounds back on the apothecary.
Yeah, because you can do it twice.
So there's 6 wounds back there, and it's to any infantry or biker, and it doesn't say corps, so they're both infantry. And the chief apothecary can pick someone up for a free. It's normally 1 CP, but you've got it for free.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
You've added 9 wounds back to the table for a 25-point upgrade on an apothecary. I think I'm going to be bringing There isn't a Chief Apothecary of the 13th yet, but there might be.
Next week.
Next week, coming soon. Chief Apothecary of the 13th. If anyone wants to convert one for me and make one and send it to me, making it look really cool, I'd really appreciate it. Ideally with the armor Indomitus on him as well.
Yeah.
So that was beautiful stuff. Obviously the Terminator's breaking out of combat. They can't shoot. They can't. If they'd have stayed in combat with Kevin, he'd have hit first.
That's not. Yeah, if Dante didn't do the job, then they would have been killed. And also he's got a melter pistol, so he might actually better melt her in the face too. So just like in Devastation of Bard.
So he's going to come. Oh yeah, in Devastation of Bard, he goes 101 with a Swarm Lord, doesn't he? And that was he almost gets taken out. But it's a glorious, epic end of the book. Anyway, that's what's happening over there. The Razorback, before it moved, unloaded its cargo within range of that objective. So you're still close to an objective. What's happening around the backfield? What are we doing here?
So I pull back with this Intercessor Sergeant, so he's just standing there, hoping that I can chew through some of these wounds on these Gene Stealers a little bit.
Yeah.
It's unlikely I'll kill them all. But
well, also that way I don't get free hits on you and kill you in the assault phase.
Yeah,
exactly. I now have to divert resource to taking him out. A bit like this guy over here.
Yep.
And then Malio, who fought this foe before, has dropped in on his own. Over here. Ready to go charging in.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a tricky decision because these two little gribblies here meant I couldn't sort of plop down here together.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to just try and lock up some stuff, I guess, if I make my charges.
He should be able to kill them. He should be able to kill them.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could make a really long charge and kind of get over here and then sort of...
He's got Imperium Sword, so it's a re-roll charge, plus 1 to charge for Blood Angels. You said you were thinking about ramming the acid spray Tyrannifex with the Razorback as well.
That's right.
Thinking about it.
I've towed into this ruin so I can see the Gene Stealers.
Yeah, it's in the ruin so you can fire through.
Yeah, and then if I lock him up, he will be able to shoot me in combat in your shooting phase, but then he won't be shooting anything else.
Yeah, I'll just be shooting an empty Razorback.
Exactly.
And then, that's cool. And I don't have any CP to Overwatch either.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. What did the Death Guard do?
Death Company.
Their company. Damn it.
The Death Guard are forever, rotting in the Eye of Terror or whatever. These guys, I think...
They're going to hit that as well?
I guess so, bugs, or... I'm going to try and shoot these guys. I put them equidistance between them. I want to shoot these guys.
Well, do you want to shoot now? Because they've got pistols.
Yeah, why not?
You might as well shoot.
They've lost their bolt guns. I'm going to feel it.
Okay. Is the tactical doctrine... Oh, it's turn 2. Tactical doctrine's in effect.
Nice. Yeah. Only turn 2.
Yeah. 3 hits is all you need. 3's to wound. At AP -1, because they're bolt pistols.
Oh, of course.
So I still get a 6-up save.
Oh.
All I need to do is make 1 6. I don't make any 6s. You do wipe them out from the objective. Who's Dante doing his ability on? His reroll everything ability?
On himself, because he started the turn out of range, really, of anything useful.
Because again, you can do it on characters, not just core. So he's a character, obviously. Do it on himself. Right. More guns?
Yeah, so actually, let's do that right now. He's going to fire his the Perdition pistol into the face of that Swarm Lord.
Okay.
It's going to be glorious.
It will be.
It's got the new melter rule as well, so he could one-shot him if I rolled a 6 to damage him.
I hope you don't.
So glorious. So, 2 re-rolling.
He hits.
Okay.
Strength?
8.
Toughness 7. He wounds. So this is D6 plus 2 damage. Kevin's got 7 wounds left and a 4-up and vulnerable save. Hang in there, Kevin.
Do it.
He makes the save.
Oh.
Because Dante does 2 damage with his axe each.
Yeah.
So in close combat, that's going to be a fight for the ages.
It's going to be glorious.
Okay. Razorback?
Razorback.
He's firing at Gene Stealers, right? That was the point of putting me in the terrain piece.
I think so.
Or is he firing at brain bugs? Or are you firing at the Tyrannifex? I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll tell you, it's turn...
I should probably not have shot these guys, because then I would have been on that objective. But actually, if I make the charge, I can kind of probably pilot. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
if you
make tail back to there.
Yes, you can.
So sorry, ignore me. I will put these guys.
Right.
Well, I said I'd do it into the Gene Stealers. They've still catalyst up, aren't
they? They are catalysted up. Or you can fire at Kevin.
It's the point. No, I think it's the point in the game where I have to make a bunch of Hail Marys and hope things work. So I'm going to do that. So I'll start killing those Gene Stealers.
Gene Stealers.
He's uninjured, so it's hitting on 3s.
Nice, 11 hits. Wounding on 3s. Many wounds. As the Germans say, 9 wounds. 5-up saves. And then we do the catalyst thing. I made 4 look so far. Catalyst thing. You kill one.
you and your catalyst saves.
They're disgusting and resilient. More shots came into Kevin from the tactical squad, and over here taking 1 wound off of Kevin. He's down to 6 left. Then Dante made a charge.
Yep.
Now we're going on to the charge phase.
Yep. So I'm going to actually start with good old Malio, because he can re-roll for free. So
with Imperium Sword. 8-inch charge, re-rollable because of Imperium Sword. Come on, Malio. He makes it in. So like that.
Yeah.
Razorback? Are you doing that? Are you really doing this? I wouldn't do this.
So it is a
5-inch
charge.
Don't do it.
But it's Blood Angels. So.
Don't do it. You do it.
Let's do it. Slide in.
Any more charges? Oh, Death Company. Death Company 9-inch charge, 8-inch charge because of Blood Angels into the big weapon beast. Don't do it.
Kept my reroll for it.
Oh, you make every single charge. And so at the end of the charge phase, the only thing not engaged are the Brain Bugs over here and the Gene Stealers. The Hive Guard are engaged, the Tyranifexes are engaged, and you've made sure you're close enough to that objective there. And of course, Dante is engaged with Kevin. So starting with Dante. 7 attacks on the charge, re-rolling everything because of the Chapter Master ability. 2s. Re-rolling. And he's strength 7 versus toughness 7. So 3s to wound because he's a Blood Angel. 4 wounds. I have a 3-up invulnerable. Each of these...
I'd like to re-roll one of those. What do you think?
Well, I have a 3-up invulnerable save and each does 2 damage. So you need me to fail at least... You need me to fail at least 2.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I'll put you down to 3 left. I need to fail at least 2 of these. Don't fail, Kevin. I've failed 2. Sorry, I need to fail at least 3. Mm-hmm. Kevin's down to 2 wounds left. But he will survive and will strike back after we've done the remaining combats. We did the Razorback. Didn't cause any damage to the T-Fex. Now the Death Company. We're doing the Hammer. 2 attacks plus Shock Assault plus Black Rage.
Hitting a force.
Hits just once. Wounding on a 3. It's strength 8 versus toughness 8. Or are they strength 10? Do they have an increased strength?
No, those are just strength.
So it does wound.
It does wound.
It's -2.
Yeah.
So I get a 5, which I make. There's the axe, which is the spear, which is the axe. Hits every time. Wounds on 4s.
Could have done with that on my hammer.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Just 2. Again, 5s. I fail them both. That's 1 wound each. They start off with 14. It's got 12 left. And then is it chainswords?
Yep.
Many chainswords. 3s to hit. And 5s to wound. Oh.
Obviously not grumpy enough yet. They're
not
working themselves up.
Yeah. So now we're on to Malio for vengeance, for redemption, for Sanguinius. Many attacks with Imperium Sword and Shock Assault, and hits on 3s with the hammer.
Hits on 3s. No rerolls anymore either. So that's going to hurt. Let's see.
6 hits. Wounds on 2s. 5 wounds. AP -2. So interestingly enough, I do get a save, but each doing 3 damage. And they have 3 wounds each. Will any survive? No. They all get wiped out. Malio consolidates. We're on to the T-Fex. 4 attacks hitting on 4s. I don't know why I rolled 5 dice. 4 attacks hitting on 4s. He hits once. Strength 7. 1 wound at AP -1 on the Death Company. No, that's 2 damage, sir. So they shrug on 6s. I jump on 1, do the tappy dance and smush 1. And now we come back to Kevin. Now, Kevin always hits on 2s, but he loses attacks and strength as he gets crippled. So he's got 4 attacks. He hits on 2s.
Sorry, it's 3s actually for Dante because of his...
He hits on 3s.
It's fine.
Strength 6 or 5. I'm wounding on 3s. 6s cause a mortal wound in addition, which puts him down to 3 wounds. This is a 3 damage weapon. It's a save or die situation on Dante.
What's the minus?
-3.
Oof, okay, so 5s.
Right. You've got a CP to reroll, and
Why
you've got
used it?
shrugs.
That was the charge phase, right? I used it.
Yeah, this is the fight phase. Have you used one in the fight phase? To hit or to wound or anything?
I don't think I did.
I don't think you did. I think you...
Oh, no, maybe I did. I think I used one to...
Oh, you did?
Yeah, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dearie dear.
Yeah, for Dante to stab through. So, okay, 4 6s. You need 1 6 to keep your chapter master alive. You make 1 6. He's hanging on there again by just 1 wound. So as Dante and the Swarm Lord circle each other, that's the end of turn 2, and what a bloodbath it's been. We've both lost over half our army. The Space Marines fell back this turn, so they don't get that oath, but they are within 6 inches of the centre now. So it's 13 points to the Blood Angels and 17 points to the Tyranids. It's a very, very close game. A lot of my force is engaged. I've lost my Hive Guard. I've got my brain bugs over here. It's hanging on a knife edge as we go to Tyranids, turn 3. And so at the start of turn 3, I will be on 2 objectives for 10 on the primary, but I don't outnumber the Blood Angels. However, that's an additional 2 points, and that's an additional 3 points for Vital Ground, giving me 15 points before we go on to the movement phase. Here we are after Kraken's movement phase, and I think it's time for the Hive Mind to end this war. They may have guns, they may have punch, but we have the psychic might. There'll be some psychic shenanigans coming this way and ending Malio for the second time. I've pulled back. I'm worried about the Terminators. I can see them through the crack there. And my smite is 24-inch range, and this is the horror with these brain bugs here at 24-inch range. See, I got them down to 3, and there's now 4. If I don't do anything to the Terminators next turn, there'll be 5, and then 6, because that Chief Apothecary will keep getting them up. So I need to whittle them back down again. So psychic shenanigans should come through, and Kevin should come through as well. So first, the Kevin will horror. No, because they're horror. And he's got onslaught, horror, onslaught, smite. I don't need to onslaught. So let's horror the Terminators in front of me. I don't horror the Terminators in front of me. But let's smite Dante on 1 wound. I smite him. Let's kill him with brain bullets. They clashed, they circled around each other. He nearly cut the Hive Tyrant down. So Kevin pulls back and goes, and hits him for D3 mortal wounds, which you can shrug on 6s. We need 3 6s.
Easy. Let's do it.
And the Chapter Master of the Blood Angel falls.
He has got a rule that when he dies, he can use only Death Does Duty in for free, but this ennobles Xenos pulled back from combat. So
I'm sorry. There's a flash of a teleport home and he disappears and reappears on the battle barge up ahead. And that'll allow me to charge your Apothecary instead. Dante falls. And so these Zoanthropes will smite in at the Terminators. And that passes. This will do 2d3 mortal wounds. That's only 3 mortal wounds, which they can shrug on 6s. Nope. They don't shrug on 6s. I take out the one that just got picked up. Round here to my Warlord. He is going to catalyst that squad. So they're catalysted up. And then he's going to smite. This needs a 6. He fails. Interesting. And then this squad, they have Psychic Scream and Smite. So let's smite 5, 6. That passes. 2d3 on Malio for 6 mortal wounds on Malio. He's got a 5-up shrug though, right?
He does. Shield Eternal. I'd say that helps. It does help.
It does help. He shrugs 3 of them. Psychic Scream passes. Another d3 for 3 more.
Here you go. Give it a good old roll.
He's only got 3 left. He's still alive on 2 wounds left. He's going to be a problem, but at least the first unit that he might jump on are catalysted up. That is the end of my psychic phase. I don't have any guns except for my Hive Tyrant, my Tyrannofex, sorry, which will fire all the shots. all the shots into the Death Company.
So I'm going to use a CP called Refusal to Die, which makes their 6-up shrug a 5-up shrug.
Does it? Okay. Number of auto hits. Wounding on 3s. 10 4-up saves. That many? Okay. What's that? 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay. The first one does 2 5-up shrugs.
1 dies.
Second one does 3.
Come on.
He's still alive. Third one, 3. Right, that's 2 down, 3 left. 1.
Takes a wound.
1.
Dies.
That's 3. 1 left, and that does 1. So he's on 1 wound left. Then the Stinger Salvo fires in. It's not heavy, it's assault, so it still hits on 4s. It'll wound on 5s. It wounds once. It's a 4-up save. And does 2 damage. Oh no, 1 damage, just 1 damage. No pathogenic slime.
Okay, so I need a 5 here.
Yep.
It's not
No.
5.
And the Death Company get acid and stung and what are you thinking about? You have to do the save, not the 5-up shrug.
Oh, sorry, I should have said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah,
just
that's fine, of
because-
course. No.
Doesn't matter.
That's my only shooting phase. Now we're going to charge. Kevin will charge the Apothecary. He must die. 8. I think I'm in.
Definitely.
And the Gene Stealers behind will charge the last Intercessor. Snake Eyes will do it. Then we went on to the fight phase. The Gene Stealers dragged down that last Intercessor with ease. Now we're on to Kevin. Hitting the Apothecary. You've got 1 CP, so you can't interrupt. He's got 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s with his Bone Sabers. And he'll be wounding on 3s. He only wounds once. Damn it, this guy won't die. That's AP -3, 3 damage.
So it's his Artificer Armor save.
Yep. And shrugs. So we need 3 6 shrugs. As he jabs needles into his own arm. 1 wound left. Now, can the tail do it? You'll get a full save if I hit. I don't hit.
My point.
Well, no, because it. I should have command pointed the wounds, to be fair. But I didn't, and you've forgotten a few things. I've forgotten a few things, so I'm happy to let your Apothecary live. He can live for now.
Right.
I took out your Chapter Master, so that'll do me. And that is the end of Tyranids, turn 3. Interestingly enough, I'm engaging on 4 fronts for 3 things. That's 3 points. There in that quarter, that in that quarter, that's going there. I've assassinated again for another 3 points. And I'm on 2 objectives. And the Blood Angels are only on 1 objective, which they'll get 5 points for, and 2 points for Vital Ground. And I saw you grabbing dice there because I forgot you get to fight back.
I do. Turn 3, right?
Yes.
So I do get 3 base, chainsword.
Well, it's turn 2 still now.
Sorry,
turn 3. Yeah, it is turn 3. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 base, chainsword, plus the thing, plus Blood Angels.
6.
Yes.
Weapon skill 2, I think, unless I've changed it. I'll check in a second.
Well, that's 5 hits anyway. Forced to wound because you're a Blood Angel. Is this an Astartes Chainsword?
It is. It's -2 right now.
It's -2.
Yeah.
Because it is turn 3.
Yeah.
So I need to make a bunch of 3-up saves. And I've got 2 wins left.
For Dante!
OMG. WTF. Let's scratch the wrap-up that I was just doing. You kill a character. Brilliant stuff. Dante gets cut down by mind bullets. The Swarm Lord goes flying into the Chief Apothecary. He goes, no! And hacks off his bleeding limbs.
With his Narthecium, I think.
He knew exactly where to strike. He saw the big beastie Kevin bleeding in front. Kevin will not be dead. The hive mind will reconstitute him. He has taken out a Chapter Master. I have to say, though, it's glorious for you, but also glorious for me, because it's the first time I've ever taken out a Chapter Master. So I'm quite pleased with it. I'm a bit cheeky about doing it with mind bullets rather than actually...
Well, you are Xenos scum.
Thank you. Take that as a compliment. That is the end of turn 3 for the Tyranids. The Blood Angels have got some Terminators. Remember, they can pick another one up. They've got a Tactical Marine here. They've got a Razorback in combat. Oh, you can do the combat. We've got to do the combat. No hits there. I hit you on 4s. and 4s. -1, 2 damage. I do put 2 wounds on the Razorback. So 2 wounds lost on that, 2 wounds lost on that. They continue to stomp at each other and rev the engines at each other. That is the end of turn 3 for the Tyranids. What a bloodbath as we go to Blood Angels, turn 3. So in the Blood Angels turn, they'll get 5 points for the primary over there, plus an extra 2 points for vital ground. And then your Chief Apothecary, what's his name?
Brother Vitus.
Vitus is beginning to annoy me. He's healed himself back up to full wounds and picked another Terminator back up. And is coming to clear away this home objective. If you get rid of all of the Gene Stealers here, I'm only going to be on 1 objective, and then you'll be on 3 for 15 points, which means the game will swing back the other way. The Razorback staying in close combat. Now I put Catalyst on this unit of Brainbugs, thinking that Malio might come for them, but no. He can make the charge. I won't be able to overwatch, and he will still be in range of that objective down there if he makes the charge. So an opportunity now for the Blood Angels, spread out and injured as they are, to take the fight back to the Xenos and swing this battle in their favour. Let's go on to the shooting phase. What was that, Sleepy Danvers?
Well, just saying, I made a terrible mistake last time. I should have not killed those little Gribblies and charged them.
Yeah.
Sat on the objective and been fine. Instead, I charged this beast.
Yes.
Who promptly gooed me to death.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm contemplating whether I want to make the exact same mistake again and charge into the big guy with Malio.
Put it this way, I'd like you to charge it.
I'd like to do it as well because he's completely psychotic, but. Maybe he trips over and just has a little rest there or something for a bit.
He got hit by lots and lots of brain bullets last turn. Maybe he comes running this way with a black rage and he's slowed down and he can't make the charge. Maybe we can sell it that way narratively.
I don't know if I better live with myself. I'll think about it.
Because if you don't kill him in combat, I have got Assassinate. So there's absolutely no reason not to hit him 4d6 auto hits.
That's true.
Wounding on 3s, AP -1, D3 damage a time. Something to think about.
I'll have a think.
We can sell the narrative. We've got a bit of a hangover. Assault cannons into combat, 4s to hit. And 5s to wound. Just 2 at -1. Take another 2 wounds off the weapon beast. From the backfield to the Blood Angels deployment zone, spending CP on Fury of the First. Putting everything into the Gene Stealers. On 2s. And there's quite a few 1s. 4s to wound. How many did you get? 8.
8.
That's quite a lot. There's 9 Gene Stealers there. 5 up and Vuns. There isn't 9 Gene Stealers there anymore. I lose 6 of them. And then the Cyclone's firing here. Minimum D3, so 2d6. Sorry, minimum 3. So that would have been 6 shots. It would have fired at the same time. These are 3s to hit because it is heavy and he moved. 2 hits. 4s to wound. 1 more wound. 1 more dead Gene Stealer. There's 2 left. Then the Terminators charge. And the Terminators get there. Now we come to Brother Captain Malio. Are you charging?
It's not a good idea, I don't think. But I'm going to let the dice gods decide. It's not a hurry.
Don't charge, man. We've got a good narrative reason for him not to charge.
I think he's going to go in and smack him to death.
You do? I hope he does, but he might not.
It's all good. I'm doing it.
Okay. All right. There's 1,000 people screaming at the screen right now.
Do it.
Don't do it.
No,
don't do it. No, because you're holding on to. Okay.
He does it.
He does it. He gives in to the rage. Do you want to start with him? So we start with him.
I think I do.
Can I just pick the Gene Stealers up?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to pick the Gene Stealers up. You kill them. That's good. Good job. Then Malio. The assault doctrine's in effect now.
Yeah. So I get 6 base.
Yeah.
I get shock assault. I get Sandy Echoes, and I get
a bajillion
Imperium
attacks.
Sword.
Right.
Many.
Okay. 3s to hit.
Watch all these 1s and 2s. You just watch them. Okay?
It'll be fine. There's quite a few 2s.
It's all right.
Okay. 3s to wound. And these are... Oh. Do you want a command point reroll any of them? Because I have a 5 up and vulnerable save.
Classic. Okay.
Right. So they're 3 damage each. I can't die. 5 up saves, invulnerable, dermic symbiosis. He only takes 3 wounds. He's got 7.
Whoops.
left. Now, it would be rude not to jump on your dude.
Yeah.
So let's jump on Malio on 4s. I hit him 3 times. I'm going to wound him on 3s. And that's -1/2 damage. Oh dear. Does he have a shrug? He has a shrug.
He's got a fire. Yeah. Okay.
You've already command point reroll, so 2 shrugs.
Actually, no, sorry. Is it -1, did he say?
Yeah, -1.
He's got a top save and +1 to his save, right?
Oh yeah, because of the shield. He's fine.
I think this is the sort of thing I've been forgetting.
Yeah.
That's probably.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's fine here.
Is it?
It's fine. So adding up some points, at the end of turn 3, the Blood Angels are on 26 and I'm on 38. However, in turn 4, I'm going to get 5 points for just being on one objective, +2 for Vital Ground. So not a lot. And if it stays as it is, you'll get 5, 10, 15 points, +2 for that one, +3 for that one. You're going to get a lot of points. Malio really needs to die. I can't be giving away an extra. I can't let you get on more objectives than me, which probably means my weapon beast needs to fall out of combat here, because I can't get onto that one. So, but I can deny you this one by pulling back and then smiting Malio. I think that's the way it needs to go. And let's face it, he's run his gauntlet enough, hasn't he? Let's go on to Tyranids. Turn 3. 4. So in the movement phase, this particular Gene Stealer hides there. He's still looking for the hot dogs in the crates, going nom nom nom. I'm in 3 table quarters for engaging on all fronts, and I need to stop you from scoring more objectives than me. I'm on 2 if I kill Malio, and you will be on 2. So I've catalysted already my weapon beast to give him a 5-up invulnerable save. He needs to live. And then the second thing that the Neurothrope does, because I'm in terrain so I can fire out of it, is smite, which fails. This unit, I can reroll the 1. So 3 + 2 is 5. That passes for D3 wounds. For 2 wounds on Malio. He's down to 2 wounds left. Then the Zone Throat smite, and that passes for 2d3 mortal wounds. For 4 mortal wounds on Malio on 2 wounds left. And now he finally falls. And there is a Psychic Scream from that squad as well. That's the back squad.
It's going to be a 5, don't worry. It's not 5.
It's not a 5. He falls, and then their Psychic Scream hits the Razorback and takes 3 wounds off the Razorback. And then this squad are in Horrify range and Smite range of them because of the 24-inch Smite thing. So they fail their Smite. They are in reroll range of 1s. They complete their Smite 2d3 on the Terminators for 3 wounds on the Terminators. And 1 is still alive, which means he'll be healed back to full wounds in your turn, and you'll get another one up. So I'll horrify them. I failed to horrify. I needed a 6. That is the end of my turn. That is the end of Tyranids, turn 4. Here we are after the Blood Angels movement phase. The Razorback has rumbled round to make sure it's within 3 inches of that objective there. That stops me scoring it, which means I'm only scoring 1 objective for 5 points at the start of turn 5. It's also in the ruin, so it can fire through to kill the brain bugs here. Because if you wipe them off of that objective, I won't be holding any, and I'll get 0 points at the start of turn 5. So we're in Hail Mary mode for the Blood Angels now. We're starting off with a Razorback firing through into the Zone Throat.
It's actually Terminators. Because
Terminators?
Maybe pull out range, I was worried about. Maybe.
Oh, right, okay.
Terminators, the Storm Bolters, and 5 of them, because I picked another guy up.
Yep.
Any on 2s?
With Fury the First.
Yep.
Glorious strat. They're not catalysted, this squad. I put it on the Weapon Beast. So it's all about these 3-up invulnerable saves. Force to wound. 6 3-up saves. Lighting. 1 of them goes down. Now Cyclone Missile Fire, hitting on 4s.
I don't know if he moved this turn.
Brilliant, hitting on 3s. I like it. Because it is on a model by model basis. 2s to wound.
Shall I go on white?
You got 1 left.
Oh.
It's all about failing these 3-up invulnerable saves.
Doesn't do it.
2 hits. 2s to wound. They both wound. 3 ups. And make the saves. So the Razorback spools up its assault cannons and hits on 4s because it is bracketed and it will wound on 3s. For 4 wounds. And tickles a brain bug, doesn't knock one over. So the Blood Angels in total, because no one fell back, they got some oaths this turn. No morale tests were failed. They're on 39 points. Tyranids are on a total of 48 as we go into Tyranids turn 5. Then in turn 5, the Tyranids with the brain bugs regrouped and wiped out the Razorback that was encroaching in our deployment zone, giving me a total of 55 points at the end because of the primaries and because I'm engaging on all fronts. The Blood Angels then moved. They were on both of these objectives here and the Vital Ground objective, giving them an end score of 51 points to 55. They fired in and tried to do everything they can to remove this last weapon beast for the glory, for Sanguinius, and failed to shift it. So 55 points to 51 in the end in favour of the Tyranids. And this is the way the world ends. So in the end, it was only a 5-point game, a 4-point game. That was a glorious thing.
That was epic.
There's a couple of things I've learned. One is these dudes. Terminators with the Chief Apothecary. See, I'm so used to throwing Terminators forward, but you're using them kind of as an anchoring squad. Is that what you normally do?
Yeah, it tends to be. Yeah, especially if there's enough of them, and if you can get them in cover with like a 1-up save.
Yeah.
Then they're really tough to shift. You've got quite a lot of mortal wounds though coming at me, so that's sort of a bit tricky.
But I whittled them down to 3 remaining. There's 6 left at the end of the game. The Chief Apothecary automatically healing 3 and picking 1 up every turn for free. And I think Apothecaries are 75 points.
I'm not sure actually.
And I think it's 100 points if you upgrade him.
Yeah. It's
so
30 for the jetpack, for the jump back on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the wounds that he put back on himself, because he's completely fine by the end of the game, the wounds that he put back on Dante, for investing in those points, he definitely got his points back if we're doing it that way. But also having an anchoring unit of Terminators means charging anywhere near them. They're Terminators. They're scary, right?
Yeah.
Fury of the First is the thing as well.
3 wounds now is so good.
Yeah. So how was it for you, honey?
It's good. It's good. It was very fun. Yeah, I made some mistakes as I always do, but still really good.
Well, you won the first one.
Yes.
The first one you won. The second one, this is a loss. You asked to go against Tyranids as well. What happened over here? I shoved everything forward, and then I didn't kill very much. But your response, you didn't kill very much.
Yeah, that's it. Having those Gene Stealers stayed around for quite a long time in the end, didn't they? They only got. I mean, one's still here, but the last one was still hanging around here. Right, I had to finish them off. Usually, what I want to do is clear my backfield, leave some like troops there, and then start pushing forwards. But the Terminators didn't really get to leave this position.
They'd have been very commanding if they'd have been in the centre of the battle grid. Yeah. I think that's what I tried to do. Did you watch the one where I played against SM Battle Reports?
I did, yeah.
That's what I tried to do with them, which was just smash into them, overwhelm them, and then push forward. That's what this kind of list does, similar to what your list does as well, to be fair. But that time it didn't work. This time it kind of worked. I don't know really what... Charging in with a Razorback... There were so many weird moments.
I don't like charging in... to the weapons piece with the Death Company was really foolish as well, because that meant I wasn't controlling the objective, whereas I could have just charged into the 2 gaunts or whatever they were on the objective, killed them in combat, and then my next turn.
Yeah, you could have jumped on that objective. That would have been different. Oh, suddenly occurred something else that occurred to me as well. The flyer didn't necessarily have to be that close to this as well, because it's got 18-inch range. If you'd have moved the flyer out of the flamer range, then I couldn't have acid sprayed it
out of the sky. Exactly.
and then you could have las stuff and killed the dudes, and then if the fly was still on the battle grid, it would have been different.
Yeah.
If you had gone turn 1, it would have been different. I mean, the first 2 turns were absolutely brutal. I'm used to people picking on these guys, and I kind of want them to pick on the 3-up and vulnerable save stuff. But
something like what I did in our first game, which is sort of ignore them and then move. Well, what I've sort of done now, I'm moving this way, mostly because they killed everything here, but like just trying to go in this direction a little bit. So yeah.
How many did I bring in the first game?
It was only 5.
I think it was only 6.
Yeah,
I'm being ruder this time.
No,
honestly,
like these are Space Marines. You need to sort of tool up your Tyranids, don't you?
I think Tyranids need a bit of help against Space Marines. Yeah. Well, I think Tyranids need a little bit of help in general.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it was good to bring Kevin back. Normally he dies straight away because people put las cannons into him. But again, I overloaded you. So you had to think about that stuff first before picking on Kevin. And he did get to go in combat. And he did take out Dante. He did it.
Glorious.
He cheated.
He cheated.
He cheated.
That's true. But it's still like, he's a ferocious beast. He's not got. There's no honour.
There's no honour in Kevin.
No, exactly.
He would, if you had an ice cream, he'd steal it from you. He'd love that ice cream. But yeah, it was good. I like your list still. I still think your list is frightening.
Yeah, definitely. I think like it doesn't have much long range big gun stuff, which sometimes like would be nice, maybe. But then it's more fun running up and trying to punch stuff.
It's a Blood Angel list. Blood Angels are all about running up and punching stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because Blood Angels are Space Marines that are better at punching. You do everything Space Marines do in the shooting phase because you have access to all the same shots and same shenanigans. But in the combat phase, it's +1 to wound all round. So playing them correctly, to my mind, means maximising that +1 to wound capability. Because if you just turn them into a gun line, then you might as well be Ultramarines?
Yeah.
Or Fists or something?
I missed the sort of re-rolls for the non-core things as well. These like the captain not re-rolling his own ones and that kind of thing suddenly means that actually I was thinking like this list, another narrative aspect of this list was actually that I feel like Games Workshop don't really like Smash Captains because Thunderhammers are now AP2.
Yeah.
The captains don't re-roll.
Yeah.
We lost a few of our things that make them a bit more killy.
Yeah.
And their Storm Shields have got less. Well, they've changed. The Storm Shields have changed.
I like it though. I do like the +1 to armor save. 4-up in Fun seems fairer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these 3-up in Fun, you just saw how unfair that was.
Yeah.
I think these are going to get hit by the nerf bat. I think 3-up invulnerable save is going to be a thing of the past. Yeah. But having +1 to your armor save on top of a 2-up save means AP -1 doesn't hurt you anymore. I like the fact that Terminators are more tanky to small arms fire.
Yeah,
I like that.
And actually, I like the Storm Shield. What I try and tend to do with Malio or these Storm Shield Terminator captains is to put them in cover, because then I had a whole Adamet gun line shooting at him the other day, and he's got a 0-up save.
0-up save.
Yeah, it's a 2-up save natural, +1 for the shield and +1 for the cover, and he's really really hard to shift down with a 5-up villain.
Yeah, so when you've got the -2 coming in, that works. Those saves, because the +1 or -1 to hit or wound is for hits and wounds.
Yeah,
it doesn't apply to saves. You can only go up. You can only go up or down +or -1 when you're hitting or wounding, but not necessarily saving. Yeah, you can make all sorts of shenanigans happen. It was an interesting list. I think the battle grid worked as well. It made it quite maneuverable. I like the fact that I ended up in loads of different corners. You ended up in loads of different corners. It was brain aching in turn 1, 2. That was very good. You're awesome opponent, and everyone should check out Rapid Fire Wargaming.
That's it.
Rapid Fire Wargaming.
Yeah.
You got a club as well. I thought you had a club.
It's not a club, no.
You and the boys.
Yeah, some chaps who sort of play together.
Okay, you play together.
Yeah,
you play with each other.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean.
Who's the rough one?
They're all pretty rough, to be honest.
Okay, so and thank you for joining us in the deployment zone. You're awesome.
Pleasure. Thank you very much for having me again. See you next year for another game. It was about a year ago last time. So
we first met in No Retreat.
Yeah.
No Retreat 7?
8, I think.
No Retreat 8. I was a bit drunk.
So was
I don't know if you noticed.
Probably didn't, because I was as well.
There was so much alcohol going there. Yeah. Apparently that was the first no retreat where the beer fridge was completely, because they have a double like fridge just rammed full of beers and ciders.
Yeah.
And they never empty it all year. They fill it up. But that year we emptied it.
That's good.
And they had to go and get some more.
Oh no, I can imagine it.
That's how much drinking we did. It was great fun there. Anyone that I recommend who's watching, go to a no retreat tournament at some point if you can. They are great people as well. So yeah, battle map from P-Work Wargames. This terrain from P-Work Wargames, it works quite well. I quite like it. This is a good one. Sleepy Danvers from South London. I'm from Swindon. Thank you for watching. Happy Wargaming. Hello, one more thing. Just talking to Sleepy Danvers there, and I really wouldn't mind a chief apothecary if there's anyone out there who wants to convert one and send them through to me. That'd be lovely. Just paint them all white. Imagine a guy with the white and the blue, the helmet, just entirely white. Chief apothecary of the 13th. You could name them as well. It'd be lovely. Thanks. Email me. Bye.